I'm Julie Miller-Hayes. I have been a special education teacher since 1984. I started in Minneapolis for 20 years and then went to Anoka for 8, and now I am a work experience coordinator in Cottage Grove. As with any kid that I've worked with that has had what's called SIB or self-injurious behaviors is, people can try to figure out what the reason is for them doing it. And the bottom line that I've seen, and they may say it's sensory, or they may say it this, is that at some time they got where their brain didn't help them understand how to do things with their hands, with their mind, with their body, that then had them do things that they got some sort of feeling or some sort of emotion out. And then if it wasn't redirected really early by keeping them entertained or using their hands or having a different way to deal with a situation that they found stressful, it became a habit. And I don't know if it's a sensory thing necessarily as much as maybe their neurons, like with Logan, I had to start with looking at him and he had no use of his hands. Everything was an infantile grasp or a hit at things. I have to say, when I started working with Logan 3 years ago, Logan did not do elbow hitting. He did not hit himself or punch himself in the face. He did a little bit of pinching, and he didn't like to sit. He couldn't use his hands, and he walked on his tiptoes.
Logan, head up. Head up.
Happy birthday.
And the other thing I would do is get him to start picking things up with his hands or keeping his hands in his lap. So then he wouldn't want to go to punching like he did or pinching like he did. I would get him where I'd sit right across from him and I'd play music, or I'd give him a musical instrument, or I'd give him something where I would teach him to do this, or I'd teach him to just hold his hands. And we would do this simple routine of starting with music and having him pick up some maracas to use his hands, then put him down because he's not going to carry maracas the rest of his life. And then it would just be he'd start rubbing his knees, then I'd start getting him to just hold his hands or clap his hands, and then just start holding his hands to teach him some habits so that he can stop himself. Logan started getting where he could do things, and he didn't always want to sit, and he'd throw temper tantrums, just like any toddler who doesn't want to do something, and his way of doing it, he can't talk or say no, so he would try to get in your face, or he'd want to, get you, and I would just get right up in his face, making sure that, again, he wasn't going to headbutt me. He was wearing a helmet at the time when I started with him, and I would just start teaching him operant conditioning of no. That when my finger's up, it meant no and stop. And it was not screaming or yelling at him, it was just no, quiet, no, stop, no bits, I called it. And then we would have snack where he would let us know what he wanted by laying 2 out. Staff, again, just never let him have the opportunity to pinch or hit himself. We got his helmet off again, he was with his friends. And then we ended the day with him having to get his notebook and go. I think the key with Logan is that you have to redirect. It took me a good year with the same staff for me to then train another staff in to get him to repattern these old habits. And the reason he probably, in my opinion, does self-injurious behaviors is because he's bored. His brain doesn't tell his hands what to do. He's limited, but he can start doing different things and you have to build on it. So if you redirect him right away and re-break that habit, you will get rid of those SIBs. Okay, I'm going to take your helmet off. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Hands are down. I'm not holding his hands. Hands are down. Hands are down. Getting him used to it again. Hands are down. Hey, head up. Hands down. Head up. Sit up. Sit up. You look so handsome. You got your hair cut, didn't you? Hands down. Hands down. Another thing that'll help him too is if he's in a rocking chair, to give him something to do. Doesn't need a swing. He doesn't have vestibular issues like that. Put your head up. Don't even think about it. Head up. Head up. Head up. Yeah, since you got a model. Hi. I got my hair cut. Okay, just giving him simple cues that you're not having, he's doing the work, you're just reminding him. Not needing to restrain him, not yelling at him. If you yell at him to do it after, he's getting reinforced. So don't say anything if he's doing it, just redirect it. Do you want your hat on? No, you do it. You put it on. Where's your hands? You put it on. You put it on. You put it on. Put it on. You need both hands? Whoops! Well, get it. Get it. Put that hat on. All right.